Hey, baby. Hey, babies. You want to be on video? You want to be on video? Here, come here, Schutz. Come here, Schutz. I got you. There you go. There you go. You're on video. Hey guys, this is Mitch and Foxy with Oddity Central. Anyway, I created this channel a little bit ago. It's kind of an experiment, doing just videos about odd things in the world. Anyway, I thought I'd share with you the first video that I created using AI just for kicks. I enjoyed it. Anyway, here, you want to get down? Okay. There. Anyway, what I did was I wrote instructions, ChatGPT, and I instructed it to give me a movie script about 7 minutes long. And I had to do it a couple times until it came back with exactly what I wanted. But I told it the theme and the characters, what I wanted it to be about. And just for fun, I wanted it with shape-shifting being talked about all the time. Well, not all the time. Anyway, I thought it'd be fun to do a video where the newly elected president was a female lizard skin shapeshifter. Pretty weird, I know. Anyway, so ChatGPT gave me back a pretty cool script. And then what I did was I took that script and I put it in Carrero, I think it is. Carrero, not 100% sure, I haven't used it much. Anyway, again, experimenting. And had that application create a video for me with that dialogue. And that was my first experimentation with this stuff, and just for kicks. So I thought I'd share it with you. It was fun. I did it just for fun. Thanks for being a part of this channel. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe, be great. I plan this channel to be about oddities in the world that are happening and that have happened. Not necessarily like this video. This one, again, is just for fun. But, you know, just for kicks. That's it. I'll see you soon.
Camelia Horish had spent the last 5 years meticulously working her way to the highest office in the land, and now that she was finally there, all she could feel was excitement? No, that wasn't quite it. It was more like hunger, a gnawing, constant craving, as if she'd been fasting for weeks and finally caught sight of a feast. The crowd erupted into applause, a deafening roar as she raised her hand to swear the oath of office. She had practiced the words, of course. It wasn't the ceremony that was important. It was the act, the beginning of her mission. With one simple word, I, Camelia Horish, do solemnly swear, the world would be hers. Her vessel was in orbit above Earth, awaiting her signal to descend. This was the first step. She allowed a thin, reptilian smile to flicker across her face, careful to keep the expression within the limits of human understanding. Her true form was something else entirely. Her camouflage, a complex, biotechnological skin, rippled slightly beneath her fitted suit. No one would ever suspect the truth. She was a shape-shifting lizard from another planet. The same species that had conquered and consumed other worlds, one slowly growing empire at a time. Her mother ship, hovering high above Earth's atmosphere, would soon descend to its designated spot, a barren stretch of land in the mountains of Patagonia. That was where she would begin her plan, where her true reign would start. The human population? Well, they could be useful for a while, but in the end, they were nothing more than a herd. Her thoughts were interrupted by the shuffling of feet on the platform. She straightened, turning her attention back to the crowd. Cameras clicked. 1,000 different people shouted her name. Camelia! They chanted, as if they had no idea how much she despised the sound of it. They were nothing to her, nothing at all. Meanwhile, in a small house on the outskirts of Washington, 12-year-old Toby Williams fiddled with his handheld video game. He wasn't particularly interested in politics. The whole thing seemed like a giant play. His 8-year-old sister, Maisie, on the other hand, was sitting cross-legged in front of the television, eyes wide, chewing on her bottom lip. "Toby," she said quietly, I think she's one of them. Toby didn't look up from his game. One of who? The aliens. I think Camelia Horish is one of them, Maisie said again, her voice more certain this time. I saw her on the news before, when she was running for president. Toby rolled his eyes, pressing the game's buttons with more intensity. You're watching too much of that weird conspiracy channel again, Maisie. You know it's just... What's that guy's name? The one with the hair? Maisie shifted closer to Toby, whispering, Her pupils looked slitted, Toby, like a lizard. I don't know, but there's something wrong with her. Toby smirked. You know what I think? I think you need a new hobby. You're losing your mind. But Maisie wasn't done. She turned her head back toward the screen. As Camelia Horish lifted her hand to take the oath of office, the cameras flashing. Her face appeared almost too perfect. It was flawless, but cold. It didn't seem human. See? Maisie said, her voice sharp. She's not blinking. She's just staring at the camera with her cold, creepy eyes. Do you see it now? She's not even acting like a regular person. Toby sighed. You're being paranoid. She's probably just trying to look serious for the cameras. Can we please finish the level? But Maisie wasn't about to let it go. She stared at Camelia Horish's face on the screen, furrowing her brow. There was something unsettling about the way she held her posture, the way she didn't seem to breathe like a normal person. Her features were symmetrical in a way that felt unnatural, and her skin, there was something about it, not quite the right shade of human flesh. Toby, who had been intent on the game, suddenly froze. He looked back at the TV, just in time to see Camelia's face shift. It was only for a split second, but it was enough. One moment, her smile was too wide, and then the briefest flash of scales, a flicker of something underneath the surface, a cold, reptilian expression that was far too quick to be anything but deliberate. Toby's heart skipped. His hands went clammy. He wasn't sure what he had just seen, but it was too weird to ignore. Maisie glanced at him, her eyes wide. You saw it, didn't you? Toby nodded slowly. I think I did. Maisie's voice dropped to a whisper. What if she's an alien? What if she really is a lizard person? Toby shook his head. No way. That's insane, right? But something about the way Camelia Horish's smile lingered unnerved him. He couldn't shake the feeling that his sister might be onto something. As the evening progressed, the streets of Washington, D.C. were alive with celebration. Parties were held in bars, in living rooms, in offices, everyone eager to congratulate themselves on the peaceful transfer of power. Toby's parents, of course, had been glued to the television for hours. They didn't take much interest in the political details, but they were proud to be a part of history. Just wait until the kids are older, his mom had said, and they can say they were there for the first woman president. Toby and Maisie, however, had other plans. While their parents celebrated the status quo, the two of them sat in the living room, talking in hushed voices. I can't believe you saw it too, Maisie said, her voice shaky. That wasn't normal, right? Toby scratched his head. He didn't know what to think. There had to be an explanation. Maybe it was just a glitch in the camera, or a trick of the light. Maisie looked unconvinced. It's not like that. She's hiding something. I can tell. Toby's mind raced, trying to come up with a reasonable explanation. Camelia Horish was a public figure now, and nothing seemed out of place on the surface. No one was going to believe them. A 12-year-old and an 8-year-old claiming their newly elected president was an alien? Ridiculous. But Maisie was right. Something wasn't right about her. The problem was, what could they do with that feeling? How could they prove it? Suddenly, Toby had an idea. I don't know how, but we'll figure it out. We'll keep an eye on her, see what happens next. Maisie looked at him, her face full of both concern and determination. I want to find out what's really going on. What if she's just waiting for the right moment to take over the world? Toby interrupted. He grinned, though he felt far from amused. The weight of the mystery pressed down on him. It felt like the beginning of something much larger. Maisie nodded. Exactly. She's probably already here, trying to blend in, and we need to stop her. Toby's stomach churned at the thought. He had never expected his life to take such a turn. But if Camelia Horish was an alien, they had a lot more to worry about than just her bizarre mannerisms. They had to figure out how to stop the greatest threat their world had ever faced. The night stretched on, and outside, the celebrations continued. But inside, in their living room, Two kids were staring at a screen, preparing for the most dangerous adventure of their lives.
Well, what'd you think? Should I continue this story with part 2? Sounds pretty exciting to me. What'd you think of the AI generation? Anyway, never done this before and kind of had fun doing it. Let me know. Keep in touch. Give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Yeah, please. Thumbs up.